I'm Jasmine and I work with BetterHelp. First, I want to start off by saying that everything you share with me is confidential, but if you say anything that would make me think that you're in danger or someone else, I would have to share it with the supervisor. Is that okay?
Yes, it is
Okay.
okay.
And what's your name?
My name is Carly.
Is that what you would like to go by?
Yes.
And what brought you here?
Well, I have recent diagnosis of Crohn's disease and it's been affecting me mentally. Um, and I also have depression. I also have bipolar disorder, anxiety, ADHD, all the above. So this diagnosis is really hitting me hard.
Okay, and you said it started more recently,
Yeah, like a couple years ago, I
a
got
couple years
diagnosed in
ago.
the hospital. Yeah.
Okay, um, how does it affect you in everyday life?
So a lot of the times people don't understand that I'm constantly going to the bathroom for a reason, and then I keep getting told that it's not that I can work through it. I should always be working. It's not a big deal. It's just the poops, and it's really not that. Like there are days where I can't even get out of bed because I hurt so bad, and nobody understands that, and everybody just thinks, oh, it's just in your head. You'll be fine. It's just this, it's just that. And I'm like, it's more than that. And like having to go through testing, having to go through scans, colonoscopies every year, all this medication. It gets really, really overwhelming, especially financially as well.
So you would say that this makes you just feel overwhelmed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad are your symptoms?
A 10.
A 10. And does this affect any of your relationships with like family and friends?
It does, because a lot of times I can't. Some days I can't even go to like family functions. Half the time they eat stuff that I can't eat, and then just, and then I'm tired all the time, and I'm not my normal self anymore because of the tiredness. And it just, I feel like I'm alone. And then a lot of people in my family just don't get the fact that I'm sick, and I will never be the Carly before my sickness.
Okay, so it sounds very hard. Does it
It,
often make you feel alone, you said?
yes, it makes me feel very alone.
Okay. And could you point out any type of stressors other from Crohn's being as causing you being more depressed or anxious?
Yeah, financially, it is hard to keep up with. I cry when I get a bill, and it makes me go down in the dumps. Like, I go down in this rabbit hole where I don't know where I'm gonna pull money out. I don't know how I'm gonna pay for it. Every colonoscopy I get, which is yearly or twice a year, costs me $2,000 out of pocket, even with insurance. My insurance doesn't cover everything. My medications are like 10,000, 12,000 here and there. And I have to do them every month. So then I'm like, okay, well, I get patient assistance for those. But what if that runs out? What if I can't afford my medication? And then you got all the lab work that I have to get over and over and over again. And that costs, one of them costs like $300 to get. And it's like, at one point, one of my, because I have three different medical facilities, and one of them was almost at 10 grand that I owed, and I didn't know what to do. And then everybody was like, just pay it. And I was like, I don't have that. I work in the medical field and I can't afford to live.
So you would say for your finances, that would be one of your concerns as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Big
And
one.
then when things like this happen, like a flare up or something, Do you go towards any coping mechanisms or any support groups like family, friends?
No,
No,
I
you
just
just
I just desocialize and I lay in bed.
do you isolate yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As a member of your family or even your culture, does your role expectations make any of this worse for you?
Yeah. I'm always the one that has to keep our family together and make sure that they don't fall apart in pieces. Like when my grandma was dying, I was going through a bunch of health issues with the Crohn's, like my medication stopped working. And when my grandma put herself through hospice, I had to put my health on the back end because I had to be the one that um, kept everybody else from drowning in their emotions. And I had to make the medical choices for my grandma. Um, and I finally was like, okay, she needs to go, guys. And they were like, no, 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 no. Please stay, please stay. And I finally was like, when she passed away, I was like, I can finally focus on my own self because it would put me into a flare up all the time, but because of all the stress I was under.
Okay. So you would say that your role is very draining on your end?
Mm-hmm. Trying to keep my family together. My mom has cancer, so me trying to keep her afloat with her sickness, I'm trying to keep mine afloat with my own sickness. But then sometimes I put my own sickness on the back burner, trying to, you know, keep everybody else's head above that I forget about myself. And then I go into a flare, and then everybody's like, well, why do you keep calling into work? Why? I don't understand. Just work through it. And I'm like, I can't work through it because all I do is sit on the toilet or I'm in bed. And then I get really depressed and I don't want to do anything with anyone.
So overall, how does that make you feel?
Like crap. Like I just can't. Um, I can't function properly. I have nobody on my side.
Okay. And what would you say has been the hardest thing through this journey?
Not having a support system that understands.
No support system?
Yep. Not having people who understand what I'm going through. And I did get on some Facebook groups, but they all talk about, oh, this is happening to me. What should I do with this? Nothing about the emotional side. More like, this is what my poop looks like. What about yours? And should I go see a doctor for this? And I'm like, we're supposed to be supporting each other, not talking about our symptoms. That's what the doctors are for.
Okay. And then for the future, do you see any change happening?
No.
Would you like any change to happen?
Yeah. I
What
would
would
like,
those,
what would they be? I would like my family and my close my boyfriend and everybody to understand that I'm actually really sick and I can't keep everybody together. And that when I need a nap, I need a nap. When I need when I need something, I need something. When I don't want to go here, then I don't need to go here because I don't feel good.
so it would be good to say that you're just searching for a support system with
Mm-hmm.
family and friends just so they can understand your problems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if that change did happen, do you see life being different?
Yeah, I feel like it would be a lot easier that I wouldn't be judged for, being lazy. And I'm really not. I just don't feel good. when I don't want to go there, go here. Like, let's say I don't want to go to a family outing for dinner, and I'm like, I don't feel good. I don't want to eat. I just don't want to go. To not be like, oh, well, you're lazy. Like, everything I get is, you're lazy. You're lazy. You're lazy. It's all in your head. And I really just would love to not have it all be in my head. Or, well, it's not all in my head, but like it to not feel like it's all in my head is what I mean.
Yes. Um, is there anything that you would like to talk about that we haven't talked about yet?
No.
No. Okay, and for our next session, um, what would you like to go over? Like, would you want to go over finances, your mental health,
I
or
probably would want to go over my mental health because right now that is what I need to focus on more than my financials, more than this. Because some days I just want Crohn's to stop.
all right.
I
Well,
want sadness to stop.
well, for our next session, I would hope to lay out maybe a plan and some maybe coping mechanisms for
Mhm.
you, and we can talk more in depth about it to find maybe underlying stressors that you might not see yet,
Mhm.
or you know. But I'll
Mhm.
see you in our next session, and it was
Okay.
I'm glad to see you today.
Thank you so much. I needed this.
You're welcome. I'll see you next session, okay?
Yeah, bye.
Have a good day.
You too.